Ụmụdomo nwa mmadụ na-anwụchila anwụchu ihe anyị hụ ga kemgbe taa n'ekiti ime ọja ebe eji agaje agbụlọ.
Please follow me carefully and watch this video, and do not forget to share and also drop your opinion in the comment section, because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying that Fulani herdsmen will take over Biafra land, some people couldn't understand. See, this thing that people are seeing on my screen like this is what is happening right now in Biafra land. Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, they have started entering, and after they finish entering, they will start slaughtering people. They will start buying people. So we the youth, we need to be vigilant and we need to wake up, because this thing will happen right now in Nigeria, it will affect everybody. Don't say that you are a Biafran or you are a Yoruba man that it will not affect you. This thing will affect everybody. So you need to wake up and fight for yourself, because Nigeria government have chased ESN and the Biafra Liberation Army. So it is your duty now to fight.
Ụmụdomo nwa mmadụ na-anwụchila anwụchu ihe anyị hụ ga kemgbe taa n'ekiti ime ọja ebe eji agaje agbụlọ inyeshi. Lekwe ihe anyị hụ ga kemgbe ọkụtụ. Ihe ndị chọọchị ha jiri kọọ the something. Lekwe na ihe anyị hụ ga ebe a. Ihe a wee ekiti ime ọja. Ihe wee ekiti ime ọja. So ndị ka adịla ha ebe abatala ha ebe, but anyị ga-enye ha chance ahụ. Anyị ga-enye ha chance ahụ.
One day, 2 days.
Yes, na.
Ọ sịrị na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu agaghị emenye oriọna eme gịnị amụnyere, maka ọtụtụ ndị bịara chọọ Biafra emenyego oriọna ahụ, ha wee na ya nwa wee bịa, because na ọwa okpoko eme gịnị akpọrọ ya, and okpoko ha kpọrọ ya oriọna ha mụnye Chineke mụnyere, ọ ga-eme gịnị dịka ndị ọzọ mere gịnị. Ihe a bụ okwu dị egwu. Nnamdi Kanu sịrị ọ bụ na inyegodi ihe niile dị n'ụwa kpam na ya ga-eme gịnị, na ọ ka mma na ya nwụrụ anwụ kama ị ga-eme gịnị, ị gaghị enye ya Biafra. Oriọna ahụ o menyere ya. Anyị kwesịrị ka anyị ghọta eziokwu, maka ịga na soshal midia onweghị ị gaghị anụ onwe ndị sịrị na otu onye ọkarịrị ọha tigbuo ya mee gịnị, Naijiria unu gbuo ya, onweghị ma ejighị ntị anụ, onweghị m ejighị ntị anụ. Mana ihe mma bụ na mekwenu ụmụanị ma a na mee na eziokwu ga-eme gịnị, etu ọsọ nzuo ya izogide ezocha, eziokwu ga-eme gịnị, ịgwụ na eziokwu. Today enwe m okwu ga-agwa unu, ihe m ga-agwadobe unu bụ ụmụnna, isi na ihe na-atọ ụtọ gosi etu o si eme gịnị. Anyị niile ka anyị jikọta obi ọnụ wee nweta ihe anyị na-achọ. Toonu Chineke anyị.
Alright, Igbo Igbo mama no konye chikwari ya zelu. Tata bụ the 8th day of June 2026. I will not say ụbọchị taa ga-adịrị anyị ncha mma. So mana tata bụ Monday, ụbọchị dị asọ na ala Biafra niile. So ebe ọ bụla ị nọ n'ụlọ ọrụ gị, nọ n'ebi na-azụ afịa, ị nọ na njem, wherever you are, jiri nọ a minute or two ka ị na-etinye onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu n'ekpere. Yes, tata bụ Monday ka iji lụta onye ndu bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So biko make it a habit, tinye ya n'ekpere wherever you are. Yes, freedom for the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. So yesterday put the 6th day of June 2026, Umu Chineke gathered to actually make a prayer and communion on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'll leave you guys to watch the full video. I don't want to say much. Watching the video from the leader of Judaism in the southeast. So after him, I'll play you guys a video one night. Okay, pass photocopy. Go on, nobody folk this morning. That about Monday. Go on, across the world. So watch the video. Share your thoughts on the comment section. Ikabaro, toss out the video. Can you also arrive with you? Enjoy the rest of the videos. I'll be right back.
Last time, maybe any Nandi Hana ano na man road plan ihe ha ga-eme. Ọ na mosque aka na-eme gịnị? Ọ mashi. Ha plan cha na mosque ahụ. Aga na Sokoto plan ọ send ya all the whole ebe ọbụla ndị museum nọ. So ha niile eteko ya with immediate gịnị effects. Ka anyị niile asị m unu n'ọbụ iwu nọ nke m. But ka anyị niile chọọ ofu ebe dị mkpa. Anyị na-etukọta ego anyị ga-akwụ ụgwọ hall. Hapụ wee bịa na nke m. Mana ka anyị niile nọkọta ofu ebe. Plan ihe anyị ga-eme this time because this is the final stage. Final stage ka anyị mere gịnị. And anyị nwa mee mistake aha ụmụ anyị bụ gịnị. Sorry. Aha Biafra. Oh, Biafra!
Two things I came here for. One is Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and the other one, the other day I was telling you guys, and the terrorist activities in Nigeria. The other day I was telling you guys I was going to talk about Simon's case, and all of a sudden something else took over my time, and I think I hold Biafrans these obligations to come and explain explicitly on explain it to Biafrans explicitly, so that we can know where we are heading from here. Okay, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is very fine, is very good. Like the other time I was trying to explain it, but a lot of things took over my time. Some of us have gone to visit Prime Minister. And that is the same reason why I keep telling us that we have to be steadfast. We have to be very laser focused with what we're doing so that we can know the right people we are following. You can see the fallback group people when they come, they tell you, oh, they went to visit Simon. Hey, Simon said this, Simon said that. Obatu knows nothing about these things that these people are saying. He knows nothing about it. Now, Obatu is very strong, preparing for his appeal in next 2 coming months. His appeal case is just something of, what is it called now? Tax evasion. There is no terrorism charges in his case. Nigeria lied to the public. And that is why I keep telling you people, you see, just pray that Nigeria doesn't happen to you. And that is why we'll continue to hammer it the way it is. We'll continue to say it the way it is. Nigeria is evil. Nigeria is evil. Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is so terrible that I don't know how you people survive in Nigeria, to be honest. I don't know how you people survive in Nigeria, to be honest. I'm telling you people the truth. I don't know how you people survive. In fact, one of my friends came back from Nigeria and he said, in fact, Bobo, if you see how people are suffering in Nigeria now, you will pity for them. You will pity for them. I said, Shebi Nadem wants a miracle. So it is time for them to face what they have, embraced. The guy said, no, it's not like that. The poverty rate in Nigeria is too much. To the extent that, in fact, he told me a lot of things that I wouldn't want to say here. Very bad things about Nigeria. So how do we encourage people like us to come back and start investing? How do you expect investors with all these things happening in Nigeria to come into Nigeria and start investing? Nigeria is a very bad country. Now, this same Nigeria came out to tell the public that Simon was jailed for terrorism. This same country called Nigeria came and told the world that Simon was inciting terrorism in Nigeria. And that is the reason why they jailed him. To the extent that Aisha Yusuf carried this fake news. To the extent that Sahara reporters carried this fake news. To the extent that every social media in Nigeria carried this fake news. So, Prime Minister is not coming to face terrorism charges or to fight for terrorism cases in appeal court. No. It is tax evasion that they are looking at. Said, oh, all the money he has been earning from YouTube. Nigeria just wanted to use something to hold him back so that they can now look at it. Even the Finland now, have they not find out the truth? Are they not ashamed of themselves now? Is that man called Alexander Stubb of Finland? He's not ashamed of himself being the president of Finland that colluded with Nigeria to remove an innocent man. Now, in his case file, no terrorism charges there. Prime Minister confirmed it with his mouth. There is nothing like terrorism charge in his case. That the only thing he's standing trial on is tax evasion. You know this YouTube money that they will pay him, that YouTube, some people will do super chat and all of that. That is the only reason why Prime Minister is detained, though. That is the only reason why a whole Prime Minister is detained. And Nigeria is dancing, oh, terrorists, oh, the terrorism from them, this, somebody that Musa could not stand. Self-defense in this country, because I think why they remove this thing is very systematic. Because they know when they go to court of appeal, Finland will be in shit. Because self-defense and self-determination is not a crime under EU law. So they quickly remove that. And that is why I have the confidence that Finland will do the right thing. Again, I don't have 100% confidence. You know these people. Let me tell you how these people work. They feel that they are the superpowers. So how can you, a black man, come from another country to come and defeat them in their own country, in their own court system? So they wouldn't want that to happen. So maybe they would just let him go back and stay there so that we will have our dignity and honor. That is what that is what I'm seeing. And that is what might is an assumption. An assumption is mother of all fuck up. So I like to assume, and I don't like to assume. In this present case now, I will assume that Finland may not likely want to do the right thing, to save face. To save face. So he is not fighting for, he's not jailed for terrorism acts. He's not jailed for inciting terrorism. Simon never incited terrorism. If he incited terrorism, where is the evidence to prove this? Where is the evidence to prove this? So all this cooked up story was cooked by Imam Madabu, Shobo Okoma, Ruby Nadi, and Imam, what is his name? Yeah, Imam Madabu, and Prime Minister, fallback Prime Minister Okechukwu Nkeri. These are the people who cooked this rubbish and told you, oh, Prime Minister is facing terrorism charges. In conjunction with the Nigerian state, this failed nation, your failed state called Nigeria. Nigeria is evil to the core. Anybody that comes and tell you that one Nigeria is possible, tell that person it will not be well with him. In this, I don't like to mention this country because there is a lot when you come into this country that you find out that there is something fundamentally wrong with Nigerian system. Everything is wrong with Nigerian system. Nigeria is never meant to be a nation. Nigeria was never meant to be a country. Now, Prime Minister's case at that. Let me leave Prime Minister's case a little bit and then come back to Nnamdi Kanu's case a little while. Now, you know that Nigeria is waiting for Finland to act. After Finland finish acting and they see the position where Finland replaced Prime Minister, then they will now pick up Nnamdi Kanu's case and start tossing him around, because even though Nnamdi Kanu believes that he's innocent, and even though Simon Ekpa believe that he's innocent, and again, even though Simon believes that if the appeal does not go smoothly, he only has 1 year, just this year, and next year he will be out. Do you understand? So we are not praying that the appeal should not go through. The appeal definitely will collapse, because David Dr. Masanga is in charge of this appeal, and he has dragged Finland to the International Criminal Court, and that is why terrorist charges has been removed. Because before they were saying, oh, he was inciting us, he were inciting terrorism. I said, oh, if this is the terrorism, Finland will hear it from our hand. We fought Finland to a stance. Finland is evil to the core. Now, Nigeria is waiting to know the outcome of Simon's case in order to use and punish Nnamdi Kanu, because they know, this Nigeria, they know that everything that Simon is doing, the instruction is coming from Nnamdi Kanu. Again, I am seeing the response of the Nigerian government over the appeal case of Nnamdi Kanu, now requesting for death penalty on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Now, this is their last card. These people are confused. They are tired. They are tired. They don't know what to say again. They don't know what to do again. Now, appeal case. This is the same thing that they said during Simon Ekpa's case. If you try to appeal, we will increase his sentence. You know this thing we're playing out before. That the lawyer from Finland lawyer, pasted it on his, what is it called? On his handle, Facebook handle or whatever handle, X handle. And when he pasted it, the people said, how can you, a prosecutor, tell judge what to do? Which means you are working with the judge. They quickly went to remove it. Now the same thing is now playing out in Nnamdi Kanu's case. Let me tell you one thing you don't know. Nigeria is scared to their bone marrow to even pronounce that sentence on Nnamdi Kanu. It can never happen. They know that Nnamdi Kanu is coming out in this court of appeal. Now, number one, Nigeria has no jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have jurisdiction. What I'm doing now, Nigeria has no jurisdiction to try me if I step my foot in airport. But you know Nigeria is a lawless country. A lawless country, I'm telling you. They will tell you that, oh, you were inciting. Who am I inciting? So what they are doing is a decoy so that Biafrans will be scared. So that they will see what Nnamdi Kanu will give up. One thing you don't know about Nnamdi Kanu is that he has lost everything. Nnamdi Kanu is dead. He is dead. His only revival is Biafra. Biafra or nothing. So everything that you people are doing, you're wasting your time. I am telling the Nigerian government, you are wasting your time. Biafra should not reject about that nonsense that he wrote. They are not going to do it. They cannot do it. A judge cannot work for the government of a nation. A judge cannot stand and say, oh, what this president has said is what I'm going to do. What the council of the government have said is what I'm going to do, without going through the system of, we know the law system doesn't work, But now the eyes of the world is on Nigeria. They can't do it. Nnamdi Kanu is a global torch. Nigeria cannot switch it off. Nnamdi Kanu is known all over the world as we speak. Nobody knows Tinubu. Every name that they call Tinubu anywhere in the world is evil. Tinubu is a drug addict. Tinubu is a certificate forger. Tinubu doesn't know where he came from. Even the Yorubas cannot tell you that this is where Tinubu came from. Tinubu is a thief. Tinubu is a land grabber. Tinubu is a murderer. He's the one that invited the terrorists that is terrorizing the whole Nigeria. All of us know that. Now, what has Nnamdi Kanu done to warrant death sentence? They must prove it to the world. So forget all these their shenanigans. They are playing their last card. Remember, they brought out Bianca Olo to come and talk to Biafrans. That Biafrans are stupid and foolish. And now today, the same Bianca told us the only problem she has that Nnamdi Kanu is having now is Simon Ekpa. When Simon is removed, all that will be over. Nnamdi Kanu will walk out. Do you think that the international communities are not seeing this? Do you think that international bodies didn't see all these things happening? Again, that should not scare Biafrans. It doesn't. When I saw it, I just laughed. And so many people were saying, we said it. Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't have gone for appeal. So his rights should be stepped up. His rights should be trampled upon because you are Yorubas. And you can see all the people judging this case are all Yorubas. All Yorubas. That is why I hate them with everything in me. I don't like the Yorubas. They are evil to the core. They are the reason why Nigeria is the way it is today, because Nnamdi Kanu won them. And they went to join forces with the Northerners to fight the Easterners. After 4 years of Tinubu, after 8 years of Tinubu, or rather another 4 years of Tinubu, making 8 years of Tinubu, where are you people going to run to? Because when you run to the Igbos, we are going to push you people back. You jailed man, Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. I'm telling you the truth. I remember when I was in secondary school, I was a prefect in my school. Anybody that knows me can verify these things I'm saying. Well, my school is Western College, Unikeyaba, so I don't hide where I school, so you can go and verify. This was when I was in secondary school. When I was in secondary school, I was a senior prefect at the time, and I used to always discipline one particular guy like that. And one day, this guy called me and called my name. Said, actually, my name is Steven, so that's my real name. Senior Steve, let me tell you something you don't know. Seniority is not forever. One day I will become senior in this school. I will become a prefect too in this school. That words touched me, but I continued, pretended that it never happened. Today, remember, years back, even after my university years, I still remember this thing. Seniority is not forever. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing. All this your damage that you have done to the Igbos, Tinubu will still leave power one day. He will still leave. And at the end of the day, where are you going to run to? Where will you run to? Today, Tinubu is your godfather. Today, Tinubu is your God. Igbos are your worst enemies. Remember, Yorubas can never be trusted. Hausas can never be trusted. You can trust an Igbo man with everything. That is why we are more one Nigeria than any Nigerian. We, the Igbos, are one Nigerian at a time than any Nigerian. But thank God for Dr. Ngozi Arabeza declaring our independent state of Biafra. Now we are now a nation. Go to the whole Nigeria. You must see Igbo property anywhere you go in Nigeria. The whole Nigeria, I'm telling you. The whole, everywhere in Nigeria, you must see Igbo properties. Go anywhere in Nigeria, you can never see Yoruba property. You can only see Yoruba property where Yorubas came from. Some of them is in Oyo. You see their properties in Oyo. Some of them, they are in Enugu State. But even in that Ogun State, you will still see an Igbo man property there. Even in Ekiti, you will still see an Igbo man property there. Come to Anambra. How many Yoruba have property in Anambra State? How many Yorubas have property in what is it called? Enugu State. How many Yorubas? So when I say these things, you should understand what I'm saying. So what they are trying to do is mind game, and it's not going to work for us. We have moved on. You can imagine where a government, sitting government, is pronouncing death sentence on a man who is agitating for his rights. But Fulanis, the terrorist Fulanis, can walk freely. The terrorist Fulanis can be forgiven. The terrorist Fulanis can be called prodigal sons. These are the people who adopt, unalive, burn houses, destroy farmland, rape your mother, rape your daughters, and kidnap them for ransom. At the end of the day, they can be forgiven and be resuscitated back into the community. But Nnamdi Kanu, that the only crime Nnamdi Kanu committed was fighting for his people, for the freedom of his people. is serving life sentence. And the government is telling you that now that Nnamdi Kanu decided yet to appeal, that they're going for death penalty. Let's see how that is going to play out. The world is watching. What you people don't know is that they cannot kill Nnamdi. It's not all these their madness will stop. This stops at where those noise that they're making stops at their table. It doesn't go anywhere. It can't even, the court cannot grant it. It cannot be granted. Everything that they wanted was Nnamdi Kanu to be killed. But they have failed when they needed to kill him. So they can't do it now. It's not possible. If they do it now, they will see the swift action of the world. They can't try it. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be. They are even scared. I'm telling you that the government of Nigeria, this terrorist government, is scared of harming Nnamdi Kanu. So let them not smumu you people. Let them not feel that they because of what we said. Now Nnamdi Kanu cannot compromise his stand. It is not humanly possible. Not on this planet Earth. So they should try more. This is a government that rehabilitates terrorists into their military. And you want those terrorists that are in the military to go and fight terrorists in the forest. No brain. How can that be possible? How possible is that? Terrorists will go and fight their own brother in the forest that are doing kidnapping. How possible is that? Those of you that are asking Nigeria to help, military to come to your aid. See why Danjuma told you, the military are not neutral. What else do you want them to say for you to understand? T.Y. Danjuma told you this. What else are you guys waiting for? Igbos, please, I want to beg you people for one thing. You people are impressing me these few days. Don't join any protest. Forget what VDM is talking about. Nobody from Igbo land should join any protest. We want them. Nnamdi Kanu want them. Don't join any. We are not interested at all. We are not interested. We are not interested. Biafrans, we are not interested in any protest in Nigeria. We are not interested. We can never be interested. Please, let them solve their problems themselves. They invited this problem. Nnamdi Kanu want them. What did they do? They jailed him and sent him to Sokoto, threatening with the lawsuit of execution to unalive Nnamdi Kanu if he dares. Can you imagine? This is what they all know how to do best. The way I'm talking now, you see them. If they born you, will come to Nigeria, we will kill you. Excuse me. Nigeria doesn't know nothing that kill. This is their audio. They cannot tell you, oh, my brother, there are ways to do this thing. Come, let us solve it in a round table. The only thing is prison, kill. That is not a country to me. That kind of thing can never happen in this country. If a particular group is agitating, they call those groups to order. Find out what the problem is and how they can get it better. You are locking up Nnamdi Kanu that is speaking for his people, and you think that thing in which he's seeking for will subside or will die? This government has no brain at all. Any little thing we will kill you. Any little thing we will kill him. Any little thing we are going to kill you. That is how Nigeria is known. That is how Nigeria is designed. Nigeria is not a country. If Nigeria was a country, I'm not going to on my camera and start fooling myself here. Nigeria is not working. A country that threatens its citizen with death every time is not a country. How many times does the United Kingdom threaten their citizen with death? How many times that USA, United States of America, threatens their citizen with death, or any country in this Europe? Only Nigeria. If you talk, we will kill you. They will send ESS to unalive you or to kidnap you. They will send the ESCC after you. That is the only country that proclaimed death on their citizen, Nigeria. And you want we that have sanity to be one Nigeria? Are you people mad? Only Nigeria. Come back. If they show for you, we come back, we will kill you. That is not a country. Nigeria is not a country. I'm not saying it because I want to impress anybody. It's not working. Nigeria is not a country. Forget what every pastor in Nigeria is telling you. Nigeria cannot work.